Hello, how are you today? I wanted to try to do something special after our Jan Brett series, and I was thinking, what could we do that would be fun and creative and really bring out what Jan Brett does with her illustrations and her beautiful books? So I thought for a bit, and then ding! I realized I was missing something. I didn't have my special thinking cap on. So I put on my thinking cap and I thought, and I said, I think it would be fun to do something that I've never done before. And that is to work with clay and make a special hedgehog, Hedgie, out of clay that you could share with your friends and family and would be useful and fun too, and something that you can put in your Jan Brett story cube. So, without further delay, let's get started. So, meet Hedgie. This is who we're going to be making. He's going to be not only a cute little hedgehog, but also a pen and pencil holder. First thing we need to use is some tools and materials. So first thing is we have some modeling clay. We have some water. You don't use a lot of this, but you want to keep it wet and moist and makes it easy to work with. There's also tools you can have for shaping. We're going to use these tools right here, our hands. And later on we're going to use this pen here to make the holes that we're going to be able to hold the pens and pencils with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of water to this. Okay. It'll get dirty, and don't worry, it takes a little practice to get good at clay. This is actually my second time with clay, so I'm getting a little bit better with it, but just moisten it up a little bit, and don't worry about it. You probably don't want to wipe this on your pants, but having your hands a little dirty, that's okay. Once we have it a little bit wet, we're then going to move it into a little bit of a ball. You notice I'm getting a little messy here. It's okay. I like it. And it's going to be a little squishy in your hands. We're going to try to roll it around a little bit. You might have a little bit less clay. My hands are a little bit bigger, so I'm making a little bit bigger of a hedgehog, I guess. A little bit easier with my hands. You can roll it like this. You just sort of roll it into a ball, get used to touching it. Notice how it's easier when we use water. And I can use it on this plate, or if you want to put it on the table, that's okay too. Now, I'm going to have this. I'm going to use this at the table. We're going to roll it. It's probably easiest in my hands. We're going to kind of roll it into a elongated shape where I need to squeeze it a little bit. Make it a little bit longer. So on one end, we're going to give it an elongated shape because that's where we're going to make the nose. Yes, here we're making it. Notice that's a little bit longer at one end and on the other end. Okay. So we're going to start forming this. And you're going to start squeezing it again. And then you're going to start making the nose. Notice how I've got a little nose started there? That's going to be the hedgehog nose. You need to squeeze it. Remember, it's your first time working with clay, so just relax and have fun. Make sure you add some water. It keeps it nice and smooth. Look at my hands. Woo! Fun stuff. It'll come off. Okay, now if you put it on your plate, you see that you have the start of a hedgehog there. And this is going to be the body, and this is the nose. We're going to put some eyes in here. So the next thing we want to do here is we want to start to work on the eyes. So if you take your, what my son calls Mr. Pointer fingers, where is pointer? We're just going to hold here with our thumbs. We're going to press in. Notice how I'm sort of making some eyes there. Yeah, once again, we can use some water here. Don't worry about using too much water. It's fine. Get them all smoothed up here. Okay, so you saw how we made some eyes there just by pressing in on the clay. Okay. We're going to work on the nose here. This hedgehog, we're not going to worry about legs. He's going to be sitting on his legs. So, there we have Mr. Hedgehog. Yeah, he's got a nice little nose. He takes a couple days to dry, so we're not going to be painting him today. But we'll be painting him later in the future. Okay. And you see we have our hedgehog. Now that we have most of the hedgehog, we'll touch him up as we go. But we're going to put some holes in him, and that's what we're going to use to make our pencils and pens. So we should be able to just use this here. You stick it in, you wiggle it. When you wiggle it, you want it to be a little bit bigger than the pen hole. So see how I'm just spinning that around in there? Spinning that around in here. Like that. Hey, this hedgehog's a little smaller. Maybe we'll just make a few. Okay, we're maybe just going to have this one hold 4. There's all kinds of sizes of hedgehogs. So for this one we're just going to do 4. And once again I'm going to add a little bit of water. Here. Touch him up. Touch up the nose a little bit. Make him a very handsome hedgehog, I think. I can kind of see, is it stay up there? Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, if you need some help with this or any part of it, you can ask for some help. Remember, this is your first time working with clay. This is just modeling clay. Buy it in a big, huge block. Okay. Add a little bit of water. And if you want, back on here, you can even give them a little hedgehog tail if you want there. Just kind of use your fingers and pinch. They don't have very big tails. Well, you might not have a little tail. Yeah. Add a little bit of water. Smooth them all out. Yeah. Once again, yours is going to be different. You might have 5 holes. You might have 6 holes. You might have 3 holes. His nose might go up. When it's dry in a couple days, you can paint him different colors. Just use your imagination and have fun. This is fun. It's kind of just basically just playing with Play-Doh, but it's more permanent. Okay. And make sure you keep it on your plate. Your plate has your student number on it, so we want to make sure you keep it on your plate. And that's all until it's time to dry him. Okay, that was fun. Let's go wash up.